Welcome to my solar addiction. Today's video: external total rapid shutdown and Growatt inverter and LG battery commissioning and testing, part 2.
And the next step is going to be to go to plant list, and we're going to add a plant at the top left. We're going to click that.
Oh, Dave. A power plant, not Robert Plant.
Plant name, installation date. Why not make it today? Residential plant, PV power. That'll be 3,200 watts. So 3.2 kilowatts. Installer, mysolaraddiction, and country is the United States. Okay, so once I put in the information, I never could get the map to go to the right place, but it says operation successful. So let's see, go back to plant list, and we can see got MSA Growatt, which I just created. Then we got to go to our Shiner app and then do the rest of this. Yeah, we want to use the Shiner app, not the Shine Tools app, because on the side of my inverter, it says that I've got to use the Shiner app. So we're going to go to the App Store again. There's the Shiner app, and I've already downloaded it, so I'm going to tap Open. And I've logged into the account that I have set up online on the Growatt website, which we've shown you already. So now that I'm in the Shine Tools app, give it some power so that we can actually commission the bad boy. This power to our inverter. JU, there it is. That's the inverter right there. I need to put in the CC code. Okay, connecting. Checking firmware version. It says check, recheck. Let's skip it. Let's see what happens. Activate 4G network. Cloud service is activated. All right, let's connect it to the Wi-Fi then. Come on, baby, search. That's the one we want. Entering my Wi-Fi password now. Getting network status. Connected. So we're connected to the Wi-Fi, the 4G network, and the cloud service. We hear some relays clicking now. System is in standby. Let's go to quick config. So grid profile. LG. So now the inverter is connected to the installer account that you established on Growatt's website. And next we need to create a new end user account. So I've got my batteries commissioned. We can see that the lights are good, that the system's running on battery. We got the Growatt with good lights, but I've got a red light on my SYN. And that's because I didn't connect up the smart meter. And that's what's freaking out right now. So I got to shut it down. So my red light on my SYN turned out to be that there was no ground wire connected to the smart meter. Those two wires were connected, the L1 and L2, but there was no ground connection. So once I added this ground the red light should go away, and it did. And then we're going to put this little panel back up to cover that up. So now that we got it all set up, we're going to show you how to do the system startup for the Growatt LG system, 400 volt system, with incorporating the SYN. So the first thing we want to do is we want to, on the instructions, it says to turn on the DC switch for the ARO battery. We don't have ARO batteries. We have LG batteries, and there is no switch that's going to be between the battery and the inverter other than the breakers. But let's go ahead and make sure that the other DC switch is on, which is our solar. DC disconnect to on. Then we start with our other DC sources, which is our batteries. Here's our master, our primary. Turn that one on. Turn the secondary on. Then it says to close the input breaker for the inverter. And then we switch on this grid breaker. Give it a little while to settle in. We see our batteries have green. Green. Inverter. Green lights, no red. SYN, green. So now we can take our little bungee that helps keep that door open while I'm working on it and close this up. And if we really need to shut the system down fast, we could always, through this little door, just turn off this breaker here, and we'll show you the shutdown procedure on another part of the video. So now we want to go ahead and close up our battery compartment so we don't have any prying hands in there. That's our secondary. Here's our primary. And then we'll go ahead and close this by putting in a couple of little bolts that go in there to keep it nice and watertight if it was outside. All right, so I'm going to go over setting up a new end user account on Growatt Shiner app. So we're going to create a Growatt account, tap that. You should already have established an installer account. That's done online. We showed you that. But the end user account, it's best to set up this way. So we're going to say, I know. We're going to enter our information. We're going to name the account. We're going to give an email address. We're going to enter names. We're going to make a password here. Do this code thingy here. So let's see if we got that code. I'm going to check on my computer so I don't have to go through a bunch of things on this screen. So I got to this screen and I could not figure out how to add a device because it says has not added any device. But finally, after looking really close, I noticed, and if you look at the top right, you can barely see the little half circle sticking out where it's you add or manage your site. So I was looking for where to add, and you can't even see the plus sign until I figured out that little arc on the side was it. Let's try to add a device. Let's add an inverter. And it looks like it's pulling it up. Let's put the code in. Add to site. Looks like she's there. All right, so let's go over using the Growatt online portal for Shiner app. You would have to go to shiner-us.growatt.com, and then you would enter your user information and password, and then you'd have to hit a verification code to make sure you're not a robot, and we would log in. And you'd get to this screen. That's the overview screen. So then we go to the site list, click on sites and then site list. And if we click on our site, we would get to this overview screen, which gives us what's going on with the system right now. To run the test I want to do, first I'm going to change the settings on the device. Let's do that remotely here instead of using the app. We're going to click on device. We're going to click on the device serial number, which is the inverter. And then we have these options up here. Okay, we're going to click on settings. After it loads, we can change the settings. Right now, we're on battery first. Okay, so we're going to change that to load first so that we're in self-consumption, and we're going to save. Set successful. We get out of this and we go back to overview, and we should be in load consumption. Here we go, load consumption. We can see that right here. Now, one other thing I wanted to check, I didn't think about it until I left it. Let me go back to settings again. I want to see off-grid function. That's what I want to see, because I want to make sure I had off-grid function enabled, because I'm going to turn the grid off to make sure we're just using the batteries for. So let me go turn off the grid breaker. I'm going to start up some loads and we'll see what happens. The screen will be recorded. Okay, so the system's up and running and we're about to start that test. So right now we've got green lights on both batteries and we have the grid breaker is off. So we're running in off-grid mode. So now we're going to start some loads. We're going to turn on the charge inverter. And instead of just wasting that energy, I could do a load test by just sending energy to the grid, but they don't give me one for my energy as far as how much they charge me versus what they give me when I sell it to them. So I'd rather just transfer the energy via my charge inverter to my home system. And that's what I'm gonna do. I've got my charge inverter hooked up to this bus bar right here that connects into the main bus bar system for all my batteries in my house. And the charge inverter will be charging those batteries using the Growatt system. All right, here we are at my test panel. We're gonna open that bad boy up. We're gonna give it some juice from my Growatt system, and my charge inverter is connected to this 30 ampere right here. So I'm gonna turn that on and we can hear it in the background. Let's go check it out. So here's the charge inverter. And right now the breaker's off, so it's not sending any energy to my battery. So let's go ahead and flip that breaker on. And we can see that the current is starting to flow, ramping up slowly, 28, 30, 32, 34 amps, 95.4, 97.2, 98.4. All right, so it just registered its first kilowatt hour, 0.1 kilowatt hour. So there it goes, it's charging up, and it's like 94.9 amps. All right, so we can see that the system is cranking up. Let's see what our battery state of charge is on my other system. Refreshing. Okay, we went up a percentage. We're charging our 48 volt system with our 400 volt system. That's going to take a little while, but good stuff. Charge inverter's cranking away, pumping 96 amps into the batteries using the power in my 400 volt system. Cool. We're at 58% here. Let's see what Solar Assistant says. Refreshing. We're at 99 on Solar Assistant. Refresh the EG4 app so we can see what our battery voltages are. These are saying 100. Some of them are getting close to that 100. Now I have the charge inverter set to 56.5. So we got a little ways to go. Go back to Growatt. And the batteries are down to 58%. And we're still charging our batteries using the charge inverter. And the energy is coming from our 400 volt Growatt system, discharging those batteries. Let's see the little icon showing it's discharging to charge our 48 volt EG4 system. Pretty cool. Solar Assistant says we're at 100%. We still got a couple of batteries not at 100%. Battery 3ID4, battery 4ID5. With the charge inverter set to 56.5, let's see if we can get them all to that number. So the charge inverter is ramping down now. Current is at 29.5, and we're still discharging our LG 400 volt batteries. Battery is at 50.5%, and we're ramping down even more on the charge inverter. Only 1800 watts. Got my batteries charged up. They're discharging again. But let's go back to here. We're going to go to settings, load the data. We want to definitely change this. just to make my point, I'm going to put this at 55%. Is that successful? Okay, it was fresh again. There's a delay, definitely, but on occasion I've noticed that it hasn't shown up on the portal here, and I'll go to the unit and it'll be charging. So let me go see what it says on the battery. Okay, it showed up on the phone app now. Let's see if I refresh the online portal. There it goes. So now we can see that we're pulling from the grid, 1960. Batteries are getting 1775 of that, and 185 is probably the inverter and the SYN combined. That's how we change settings. That's how we get the battery to start charging from the grid. It's also how we get them to discharge, load first. All right, so successful experiment. Not a bad screen. I mean, you could see what you need to see.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed our video.